I figured out what I believed wins were. And the win isn't always the card in your hand. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like, and now I'm able to like I'm meeting a buddy next week for lunch and he has no idea that, I got something for him, and it's going to be cool, man. It's going to be real cool. All right, just spitballing here, and I'm just being stupid right now because I'm thinking about it. One guy in the hobby realm that we're in that you want to leg wrestle. Who is
leg
it?
wrestle? Ooh,
Yeah, winner has to do a week of community service, or loser has to do a week of community service of the winner's liking. So whatever.
That's a good question. You want to do it? Okay. I'd probably have to go with True Blood.
Ooh,
yeah. I'm gonna keep it within the family.
Dig it.
Yeah.
Do you think he's got old man strength? You know what I mean? Like old man strength. What I'm concerned with is that hip is done and they bleed out and they die fast, man. They die really fast, these old people.
Hey, we're both Niner fans. It might just turn flame. It might turn flaming enough where we don't hurt each other.
What would you make? If you won, what would you make them do for community service?
Oh, that's a good question. We probably serve food at a food bank down towards the heart of San Francisco. Tenderloin. He's on tenderloin duty for sure.
Oh, man, dude, that'd be ridiculous. No, right on. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm an idiot. I can't help it, man. I got nothing. I don't know. Is there anything that you think you want to say?
Yeah, kind of. I'll throw out my 2 cents for my perspective of the hobby. It's huge on collective with the reason why that page is named that. It's a community. It puts fun into the hobby and some camaraderie there. So don't lose the fun part of the hobby. Obviously it is an expensive hobby, so the age-old dad conversation of set aside what you can afford and go from there. A lot of the people that I have met through that page have become good friends. Like I'll give a few shout outs, like Dad's. When I first got into the hobby again, Dad's cane seal was a big guy I went to with any questions because I was like fresh into the Facebook part of the football card hobby. True Blood and Will Overton, also like the first year, like if I had any questions, I'd shoot a DM to him. Can I line this? What are we doing for comps? Any question that came to mind. They were always a fallback for, just because there's a lot of people. Every day there's someone new in the hobby, and if you're new onto this page and you have questions, don't be afraid to hit up someone you see there constantly, someone you have had a conversation with, had a card sent to or from. Hit up an admin. Moo Moo Chan and Brennan Olson are probably the 2 guys who I talk with most as far as comedic relief in the hobby. I will get the most hilarious DMs from them in the middle of the day that'll make me smile, bring a smile to my face, and then you'll find that you have just these guys who will reach. It's pretty amazing. Will reach out to you, like Carl Stein or Michael Denton is another one on the pub, where they always are looking out. Hey, do you need anything flash, or do you want to check out this line I have? Anything like that that'll reach out to you and make sure you're doing good as well. So
Do you get a lot of people messaging you with like more advertise. I don't like the word advertising, but saying, "Hey, I got a line or a flash." Or like, is it pretty regular that your DM's full of like, check this out if you're interested, kind of thing?
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty regular. And I'm of the breed that actually I sometimes like, excuse me, um, if they have a flash up or lineup, I don't I don't mind that. I actually prefer it sometimes because we are busy, all of us. We have our lives, our families, our jobs, our hobbies outside of the card hobby, and yeah, I don't mind that. A lot of people don't like that, which I can totally see as well. I will get those for sure. And
Yeah,
if it's always someone who's there to support, I'm always in there as well. So
that's cool. Dude, what do you feel about the at everyone tag? Do you have an issue with that?
for for like for pages for like a flash per se where
Sure.
everyone gets the notification, I have no problem with it. Fully supported if it's one of my flashes.
Yeah, for sure, right? You- why do you think that people reach out so much to you? Is it because you're a busy bee in the hobby as far as like always moving stuff, or is it more of a um you have a relationship with them and they're more looking out for you? Is it a mix of both? Does it depend on who it's coming from?
Yeah, it totally does. It's a mix of both. It's probably more so because we support each other. Um, I am very active in the hobby, which if you message me and we've had no communications at all, I've I've been there where I've been like, yeah, post it here and given them some direction or what's your first line? Yeah, I'll jump in there for sure. Like, welcome to the group. Like there was a tag on Collective, I think it was today, where it's like, hey, somebody lost my job and trying to line a few things at comps. And I checked back. I said, yeah, tag me. And I checked back like a half hour later, there was like 30 people saying tag. So when it's someone in a hard spot or in need of getting rid of a card or new to the hobby that doesn't know what they're doing, 100% full support. And on that topic, like I do want to say like one of the most impressive things I've seen in this hobby that at a certain point in time back in the day, like when I kind of first saw the first one of them, like brought literal tears to my eyes, was the in support of a cause flashes where people will donate cards when someone passes in the hobby or someone's going through a brutal cancer treatment battle, something along those lines where a group in the hobby will get together, people, and 90 to 95% of them sometimes don't even know the person, right? Like they might have seen him in the hobby, don't know him personally, don't DM them, don't have communication with them. We'll donate cards to the Flash. We'll throw 20, 30 spots in the Flash. And that first time I saw that happen, I think I forget what it was and who it was for, but in a matter of like I think 2 hours they raised like $5,000 for the person, and I was like, "That's so amazing!" And it's happened since, and every time I see it, I'm like, I'm just blown away by the generosity and just the support, of the hobby. It's pretty cool to see.
It is. It's amazing, and now you're starting to see multiple groups working together, and that's even better.
Yeah,
That this is happening, and it just shows like for all the negativity that's said about the hobby or anything, but the hobby's a microcosm of the world. Of course it is. Um, so all the negativity, the scammers, the people that play way beyond their means, whatever. Yes, that is there. But also, just like you get bad service, you're likely to tell 10 people. You get good service, you might tell somebody. Those are the things that we that happen every day, man. Every day, like that post you were talking about in the collective. When I noticed it, I don't know, there's probably like 20 or 25 people that said DM me. There was zero admins or mods that had even saw it yet. They were all members that said, tag me. Like, dude, that is, think about it. You know, just take a second and think about that shit. They don't know this dude, or maybe they do, but probably don't.
Right.
It's pretty awesome, you know, and it just shows like what we can do working together.
Yeah, very similarly, I had a guy the other day on Dad's that made a post. He's trying to get his PC card, and he put up some stuff to sell. And here's the deal with me personally: just cut to the chase. Let's not waste time. I said, shoot me a DM with cards and prices, and I'll help get you there. And instead of wasting time in the comments, right? So
Sure.
he shot me a DM, and with the cards and prices, we talked, shot back and forth with some ideas because I have to resell, and I got him past where he was going to get with his PC card, and then he texted me later on that night. He's like, "This is what I'm getting." I'm like, it was I think it was a Luca rookie, some type of really cool like shiny insert. It was cool.
That is cool. See, and you know, that's like I remember the first time I took my son to a legit hobby store, and of course, what was supposed to happen happened. The store owner hooked him up, you know, and we can continue to do that with adults, with kids. That dude, I don't know it. That shit needs to be highlighted more. Do we just, man, you know, there's a scammer tracker page, and there should be, and I
Mm-hmm.
love it. Thank God for it. But what about a props page? You know, I don't know.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Throwing out some props to highlighting the positive things that go on in the hobby. I love getting an easy laugh out of the hobby, out of pages. Keep it lighthearted. Um, and then when someone comes back with a better quip than you threw out, it's even funnier.
Yeah.
Touching on the like kind of giving back to the hobby. I was the recipient of winning a sports trip from the collective. You guys gave out a $500 sports getaway to whatever game you wanted to go to. Like, it was so funny because at the time I was cold as ice. So like I was at work. I'm a truck driver. I drive a truck for a hazardous materials company, and I hop back in my truck, and my phone is blowing up with DMs, like 4 or 5 people, like, "Hey, congrats! Check it out! I won the giveaway. I think it was like 300-400 spots, something like that. I had 2 spots. I won the $500 getaway, and I went to my first 49er game of all time. Took my girlfriend at the time, now fiance, and it was a blast. It's amazing what you guys can do.
Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't take, as a collective, as a group, it doesn't take much. And that's what amazes me. When they brought me in there with them, it was pretty cool to see. You know, we actually talked about the trials and tribulations of my room, and just watching how they already had the groundwork laid, but everybody's functioning on that. And it's a lot of memes about Rue. A lot. That's probably about 75% of the group chat, but 25% is cards, and within there it is giveaways, and you know, making sure people are getting taken care of, and send this to so and so, and it's just like, damn, dude, this is cool, man. And Glenn told me about that, that they sent you, and dude, at first you're like, damn, how do you do that? Then you're like, well, if everybody hustled up X%, it ain't much. And then for a couple weeks, we all threw into that. But then all of a sudden there's enough. I'm like, oh my God, man. Like, it's so easy. You just got to do it. It's simple.
Yeah, the give back. You see give backs on other pages too, and it's pretty cool to just see that these pages in this hobby actually do not only support, but they value their members as well. It shows appreciation.
Yeah.
Not that people who are active on the hobby are sitting there like, um, you should be thanking me, but it really does show appreciation, and
Yeah. Well,
forms in turn forms a greater appreciation for that page, I believe.
I mean, I would think so. Like, if I play in your line and I win or lose, cool, either way. But if we have a discussion about something, if a bond is made, if, whatever, it just makes it that much better. And then you're closer with them. And that's why I like the group. And I know some people don't, and I get it. And sometimes I got to mute it too, but like the group chat, with the members, because, I don't know, it just brings everybody closer. And that's what I like about Facebook in comparison to, whatnot, because like I've said before, we've got a card show going 24 hours a day on Facebook, all over. It's the national all day. And then on top of that, we can really dig in and find like what your PC is, what his PC is, and then we can have more fun with it. Or even more fun is me going in and knowing that True Blood is a Niners fan and seeing a Jerry Rice auto and jumping in and grabbing a bunch of spots and then dangling in front of them all the time and saying, I got trade bait. Need a case of pudding. I'm just kidding.
It
Stuff
would
like
have
that.
to be it would have to be a trade because that guy can't win a line.
Man. Brutal. Oh, man. Good God, I feel bad for that guy.
Put one up the other day just for fun and gave him 7 spots. He finally won one.
I'm shocked that he won it.
Me too.
I was so worried that he wasn't going to win. I'm like, dude, we're going to need to take his shoelaces, man. Like, we need to send somebody to check on him.
I was praying to whatever God you name it that he was going to lose that.
All of them, dude, for sure. I know, man. I'm like, dude, could you imagine? It's brutal. And so him and I were admins in a different room, a couple years back, and that's where we got close. And it's so funny because my son knows him without knowing him. You know what I mean? That's how long he's been involved in our lives. And so my son sent him a tie-dyed CMC the other day because he wanted to. He's like, oh, Pat PC's it. We were at a card show and he saw, I don't know who it was, a Roger Craig. It was a nothing out of like 1,000 card, but it had a cool American flag patch and he knew that he'd be into that. And he bought it for him. It cost him like $18, his own money, and he sent it to him. And I'm like, dude, you don't even know this guy. He might be driving a van with a bag of candy. You really don't know. No, it's cool.
Oh, for sure.
Yep.
The exchanging of people sending other guys' kids cards in the hobby, that like those posts when I see them, like warm my heart for sure. It's and then sending other people PC cards is pretty awesome. So
I was intimidated by that at first. Let me explain. First getting into it and seeing how quick your little play bankroll can go, right? We know this. Before we know it, in an hour, we're a couple hundred in all over the play. Or, everybody's a little different, but, whatever. And then all of a sudden you finally hit and you haven't hit in a while and it's your buddy who, PCs Jettas. And it was a little intimidating, but then I kind of understood after a while. That kind of coming out weird, but like, I'm like, how am I going to stay able to do this? But over time, I figured out what I believed wins were. And the win isn't always the card in your hand. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like, and now I'm able to like I'm meeting a buddy next week for lunch and he has no idea that, I got something for him, and it's just going to be cool, man. It's going to be real cool.
that's awesome.
Plus I've figured out kind of how to do this too. That's another thing. Like some people's income levels are way different and some are better with money than others. But, once I got hip to how to do this the right way, it allows me to do a lot more. And I think everybody needs to figure out what that is for them. Is there any advice like wise man once say, hit a flashcard, buy a card first before you support? That way you can stay relevant. How do you roll with this? And maybe you're just a trillionaire. I don't know, but
I'm not. I do have a good job and several good incomes, but that was actually the first thing I was going to touch on is play within your means. It is essentially a form of gambling, but it's gambling on something that you love and enjoy. So I have seen people, just being on the pages for years, just people that probably aren't still around anymore, just randoms that play outside of their means. You see them on the scammer pages. So play within your means, because if you are stressing about money, it takes the fun out of the hobby.
Yep.
Play with what you can afford. And then pick your style too. Like, I'm full degen. I will play in 5 or 6 flashes a night. So upwards of 10 sometimes. Um, I do like jumping in lines, but it's like I'm very moody about it. Like, I'll go in lines for like a week out of the month, and then I'll jump out of lines, and then like I'll be like, okay, breaks sound fun. Let's jump in breaks for a week. So I'll do like 3 or 4 breaks on different pages, obviously just to support my friends who are breaking as well. But breaks are awesome to switch it up. And then I'll jump back into doing flash lines, which are a complete gamble. So play within your means, and then find the style that works best for you as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I dig it. I'm the same way, and I haven't gotten a break in a while, so I think you just kind of sparked something. I'm gonna have to go find. So I deleted Whatnot. God, I hope I don't lay down in bed tonight and re-download that damn app. I used to break on Whatnot though, and
Did you?
yeah, I ran repacks on it. I ran Legends and I ran Yetis, and it's a wild world there.
I jumped in one break before. I'm not a Whatnot guy. Just seeing the amount of scams that go on there.
Welcome to the backyard. Welcome to the backyard.
It truly is the Wild Wild West there.
It is.
But eBay, actually, I discovered, has live videos now. So I actually jumped on a random mystery box. It had Orioles on it. They're doing like different teams. So I bought like a 40 to my buddy in Virginia, not in the card hobby, that I lived with 10 years ago, maybe, is an Orioles fan. And so I bought him a mystery box. You can either choose to open it or not, or just send it closed. And I said, just send it closed. Send it to me. I sent it to him. I'm like, you got some Orioles stuff on the way. So,
That's sweet. Oh man, did you find out when was that?
this is like a week ago. So I think I just put it in the mailbox yesterday. So he should.
on.
I'm gonna tell him to show me what's in it once he gets it. I made a piece recently for my buddy who's a San Francisco Giants fan. I posted it on my page where I bought Will Clark autos, got them graded by SGC, and then put them in a frame and I painted the border with a Will Clark poster. It actually turned out pretty well. You could check it out up on my page, but here it is right here.
You showed me that. That is nasty.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. I painted the border around it and put the cards in it. Turned out pretty well.
People are going to be hitting you up. I'm telling you, they're going to be like, I need one of these Conor customs.
For sure. But like, making people happy, it goes back to that age-old saying of, it's actually, giving is actually the best gift for you. Making other people happy is pretty amazing. Like, I was gonna I think it was in Collective with Roe, because he's a huge LSU fan. I had a Joe Burrow national championship signed ticket to the national championship, and he's like, I can't line this. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I gotta have it. I'm like, all right, what are we gonna do here then? And we settled on a number, and I'm like, you know what? Just give me what you can afford right now. Take care of the rest later. It's already in the mail to you now.
See, exactly. And it's not servitude, but like service to people. It's it's like, I don't know. It is. It's giving is a million times better. I try to keep my son away from comps and like money with it, but it's like impossible, right? I mean, he's a sneakerhead, so he's already, like he
Already
works
in
in
it.
the yeah, and without a doubt, like, but seeing him like when the first time when he was like, let's get that card for Pat, and I was just like, holy shit, man, I'm actually doing something right in my life for once, I was
Proud
like,
dad moment for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And the other one was like him having like 9 sacks in a game. The other that's fucking awesome. So kid's a monster. So
Monster.
anyways, dude. I mean, I appreciate you, man. Like this community runs on folks like you. And I mean that like we've had some pretty cool talks and it's a trip because you just popped up out of nowhere into my world. Like, and then all of a sudden you're just a fixture. And a lot of guys I've talked to have said the same thing. Like any room I go to, everybody knows you and it's good. And I think this is a good point for all of us in the hobby world and the Facebook world to say thank you because it's pretty badass, man. We appreciate guys like you. And I think it's cool that other guys in the room will kind of get to know you a little bit more, but also I guarantee they're saying the same thing. Like, hell yeah, dude, Conor's awesome. And that's cool. You just said that because we all mean it. So
Appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely. It's
hell yeah,
all
man.
up.